Hi everybody, Emily here, sharing with you my second project for Hip Kit Club using this gorgeous Maine February 2020 kit. So I was challenged to create this layout only using the main kit for February 2020, and I must admit that I got a bit carried away a couple of times and kind of picked into the other kits and had to start over again. So I had for challenge to use the cut apart sheet and as my main focus. That is part of the main kit. And here you can see how I got a bit carried away at first. So obviously as part of the design team, I'm fortunate enough to get the paper pack as well. And I realised I was going to use 2 sheets of that gorgeous page Evans paper with a dewdrop, and then on the other side you had that blue and purple cross pattern. So I cut it back and I got back to using only the main kit, and I used the B-side of the ID Swap artwork paper to frame my sheet instead of the page Evans I was going to go for at first. So what I'm doing is here I'm getting the middle of the sheet because I hate wasting paper, and I'm then sticking down the dewdrops, the raindrop paper. So I'm happy with that as well. So as you can see, I've distressed the edges to add a little bit of texture. And now I decided to create a little bit of mixed media background, spreading around some of the Nouveau drop, so it gives it a little bit of extra texture. So I also said that I had got carried away, so this is what I had left of the cut apart after I had first tried to create a layout for this challenge and got carried away. So this is a layout that you'll see in the future that I have used for another challenge instead, but that was gonna be my layout for using the cut apart, but obviously I had dipped into the other kits, so I made it work with what I had left there. And what I loved about this sheet of cut apart is that you've got elements that you can fussy cut, which is what I'm doing here, and you also have that back, which is that blue and white grid paper, which is absolutely gorgeous. I love a grid paper. So here I'm cutting off as well some of the saying and distressing the edge. So I've chosen an old photos of me and my best friend that I took in 2015 with an Insta camera, and that was just in a pile of photographs, and I just thought actually it would work perfectly for this layout. So I went for this photo, and now I'm trying to make the most of what I've got left. So this is to show you really how you can use scraps of papers. So this is the bit that I had gutted to use the wording that would fit my photo perfectly. And now I'm gluing it on my paper, and I'm looking at ways to make it work and fill in that hole in the middle. So I'm playing with a bit of flowers that I've already fussy cut and looking around. So I've also loved the little arrows that were part of this page Evans paper, and I've decided to fussy cut some teal bluish one and to fussy cut some pinkish one. So I'm playing now with the flowers that are fussy cut. So if you can see, there is a gradual sizing of the pink flowers on that page Evans paper, and I thought it would be ideal to create an embellishment and to add volume to my page. So what I'm doing is I'm working the paper to create volume. So I'm rubbing it and I'm moulding it with my hands, and then I'm mounting each flowers on top of each other, and I'm adding the odd little bit of sticky foam pads underneath the petal to keep them raised and to really encourage that volume. So now that I've finished with my flower, I'm playing with placement, and I thought it was time to fill in that gap in the middle. So I used one of this strip that I cut off the side of my dewdrop paper, and that way I was able to bring in that pattern that I loved and that I was gonna use earlier on. And I put that in the middle, so that covered the whole of my blue grid. And now I am adding the arrows with the pink on the left side, so going from lighter to darker from top to bottom, and then I'm adding the blue on the other side. So if you can see the pink going down and then the blue going up, and same again, I'm doing that gradual colouring of going from lighter to dark, so lighter at the bottom this time and then dark at the top. I am then placing my photograph, and I am creating a little bit of a layering effect on the left hand side of my photo by adding some of the fussy cut flowers. So I love to create volume as well with the strips of paper, usually when there's a text, and I love to create that banner effect. And what I did is I rubbed this strip of paper with my text onto a paintbrush on the handle of the paintbrush to round the paper. So I then glued it, and I'm distressing some of the different elements, and I'm gluing them to my page and placing everything slowly around my layout, still adding some layering, some gluing, and yeah, just playing around with placements. So I love the little rainbow which I wanted to use, and I'm placing it on there on my layout, and still adding some elements and some little flowers, trying to find a layering that I enjoy to look at. So I decided it was time to look at my title and place it. So I'm going through those gorgeous, colourful letters from Pink Fresh Studio, and I wanted to go with the title of Best of Friends. And what I'm doing with the letters, and I found something that works for me because I love my letters to be properly lined up, is that I lined my letters on the edge of my ruler, and then I glue them on onto my layout. So here, because these letters are really squares, I was able to place them alongside my ruler just in that way. And it gives me a title that's nicely lined up every time. And I used the Leo letter stickers from the Page Evans Leo sticker book to add the off. And I'm tracing my spot for my journaling. So I went away from my layout for a little bit because Sophia needed me, and when I came back to it I realised that it missed a layer something. So I added the Leo cloud from the sticker book, which is part also of the main kit, and I went on to play with the Leo dewdrop, raindrops from the sticker book to kind of make the background fit on top of my layering of paper, and it kind of blended together and I really liked the effect. I then added a few butterflies on my layout, and I decided to add that little tiny bird at the end of my title, and I thought it all framed it really nicely, and it's just this little kind of details that finish a layout off and bring that Leo added extra. I thought the rainbow was a little bit too dark, so I decided to dab with my finger a little bit of white acrylic paint just to take the edge of it. It makes the colours a little bit less bright and help it to blend with the rest of the layout better. I then added a few doodles with a black pen around my layout, so around the clouds and at the end of the butterfly stickers that I added earlier on. And there you go, that's my finished layout. I hope you enjoyed the process video. This kit is absolutely stunning and so generous. You can still find it on a website. It's still available for purchase, so grab it while it lasts because they are flying off the shelf. And I hope to see you soon around again. Leave a comment if you have any question and I will get back to you. Thank you, bye.